Hello, I'm Steve Maskery and welcome to Workshop Essentials. Dust in the workshop. Isn't it always a problem? Well, it is in my workshop. I do have a couple of dust extraction machines. I've got a chip collector, which works quite well on my planer thicknesser and on my drum sander over there. And I've got a couple of shop vacs. The machines vary. Some are very well designed. So this sander, for example, has got an integral dust port, and the whole thing is designed to extract the dust exactly where it's created, through these holes and out to my shop vac. Excellent. Not all my machines are as well designed though. There are lots of things that I like about my bandsaw. I've never regretted buying it. But the dust extraction on it is woeful, virtually non-existent. It does have a dust extraction port. It's down here. And there are two things that are wrong with it. One is it's an awfully long way from where the sawdust is generated, which is up here. And the distance between the two is open. It's not an enclosed continuous chute. So whatever you suck down there is going to have negligible effect up here. It's also a 100mm port, and so it's designed for a chip extractor, which is high volume because it's 100mm in diameter, but low pressure. There's not a lot of suck, and having not much suck and being a long way from where you need the suck, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So I've come up with an idea which I think is going to improve the dust extraction on my bandsaw. I have thought about this for some years. I've tried various ways of attaching a pipe to the back end where it's out of the way, but the trouble is there's a trunnion in the way, there's the lower blade guide assembly in the way, and anything that you attach to the table is going to move when you tilt the table. We want something to stay put. I mean, we want it to be in exactly the right place. So to that end, I have made a simple modification with just a bit of simple plumbing. And it's this. It's 4 pieces of 32mm sink plumbing. There's a 90-degree bend, not an elbow. An elbow is sharp. I want to keep the air moving as smoothly as possible, so this is a slow bend. A 135-degree bend, and then a couple of bits of pipe. Straight section, and then this bit at the top, I've cut a notch in it so that that will go around the blade and act like a little hopper in exactly the right place. So that goes in there like that. Now I have bought the cement to glue all this together, but I haven't used it yet. It's not strictly necessary because this is quite a decent fit anyway, but also I might modify this a bit more. This is already the 2.5 attempt at getting this right. I'm fairly happy with it now. But I may need to modify this, maybe perhaps make this a little bit longer. And once I glue it together, I can't make any further modifications. My shop vac, which is a high pressure system, which is what we want, high pressure system, that fits into there nicely. So make sure that you test your shop vac hose in whatever pipe you've got before you build this. If you've got a different sized hose, you'll have to find some different sized pipe. Here in the UK, 32mm is standard, 1.25 inch, and 40mm is standard, 1.5 inch. So make sure that you get something which matches your particular hose. Instead of attaching this to the saw proper, I'm attaching it to the door at the front with a couple of terry clips. And then the hose just goes in there. And that goes right up to, practically touching the throat plate. It goes right round the blade. So the blade is still free to move, And I'm hoping that all the sawdust as it comes off those gullets ends up in that pipe and therefore into my shop vac over there. Now we can do a little experiment to see how efficient this system is. I've got a piece of scrap, it's just a bit of an old crosscut sled that I've recently dismantled, and it weighs 663 grams. And my plan is to cut it up into little pieces, weigh those little pieces and see how much they weigh, and that will tell me how much sawdust I've created. I've also weighed the bag in my shop vac, and that weighs 334 grams. So I'm going to weigh it again afterwards and see how much sawdust has been collected. And the difference between the amount that we've produced and the amount that we've collected is going to give me an indication of just how effective this system is. Well, the first thing you can see is that there's actually a little bit of sawdust on the tabletop. It's not all been sucked down, so it's not going to be 100% efficient, is it? But we can now weigh all these bits and see how much the wood weighs, and then we can work out how much sawdust we've created. Well, I am over the moon with that. I could do a little workshop dance, because although there's still some sawdust on top of the table that's not been collected, the stuff that has been collected, well, I've got the numbers here. The workpiece started at 663 grams and all the scrap now weighs 549 grams. In fact, I've just noticed there's a little bit here that I didn't weigh, so it'll be a bit more than that. The bag started life at 334 grams and is now 431 grams. So we've created 114 grams of sawdust and we've collected 97 grams of that. 97 grams out of 114. And I calculate that at 85%. 85 plus a little bit. That is better than I could possibly have hoped for. That is fantastic. So I'm definitely going to start using my shop vac with my bandsaw now to help keep my workshop cleaner than it was before. You may not have the same model bandsaw that I do, but I'm hoping that this will show you how much difference a dust extraction system can make if it's designed and fitted well. I hope you can use the idea. That's it for this episode of Workshop Essentials. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel and share this video to all your bandsaw buddies. Thank you very much for watching. Until the next time, enjoy your clean and tidy workshop. Cheerio!